Hey, Doc Kenson with you today. Today, we're here for the ultimate Mossberg 500 versus Remington 870 test. Okay, we're going to run some ammo through both of them. They're both 28-inch barrels. Most of the tests you see are with like the shorter barrels, the defense models, but you know, the barrel length doesn't really matter as much. Also, the Mossberg is an 88, which is pretty much the same as a 500. They just don't have the safety on the top. They're pretty much the same action, same parts, yeah. So don't comment saying that, oh, that's not a Mossberg 500. It is. It just don't have the safety in the same place. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Look at them right here real quick. Just go over some comparisons. Biggest one you probably see is this one's wood and that one's plastic. We're not really going to focus on that as much. You can get either kind for either gun, okay? I like the finish on the Remington 870 better. It's just more of a dull black. It's not as shiny, and it doesn't feel slick to your hand. This one feels very slick, and the blue is definitely not as good. I don't like they put it on very good, but oh well. This one comes with a small recoil pad. It doesn't do a whole lot because it's really soft. This one comes with a solid piece of rubber, so you can kind of feel it on your shoulder a little bit more. The Remington 870 weighs just a little bit more than the Mossberg 500, but you do get, in my opinion, a more robust gun, and you also get a steel receiver instead of the aluminum. Now the aluminum's fine, but you know, steel is probably better. Flip them over right here. They're both unloaded. I'm going to go ahead and show you the lifters here. This one, the lifter stays in the up position. This one has the push lifter, and that is what lifts the shell into the chamber. Now reloading wise, if you're going to reload the Mossberg one at a time, that's great because there's nothing to pinch your finger. But you can notice on that one, my finger doesn't get pinched either. When I'm loading two at a time, if you have, when you load deuces, you have two shells in your hand like this. Loading in this Mossberg is fairly difficult because there's nothing there and the shell gets caught. On this, it kind of guides the lifter kind of guides the shell into the magazine tube. So that's pretty good on that. Safety on Mossberg 500's up here, which is great. Probably better than both of these. The only difference really is between the Mossberg and the 88 is going to be the safeties right here. Now on these two, safety on the Remingtons in the back, safety on the Mavericks in the front. Opposite from the 4-in release, which is on the back on the 88, you push it in and it will slide. On this one, you push this in and it will slide. And that brings me to the next point, the action. This one is way smoother than the 500. Out of the box, way smoother. I mean, this thing is like, it's like butter. You don't have to hardly put any pressure on this thing. The 500, it's more of a, you have to give it a little bit of force. But for practical use, both of them slide just fine. Magazine tubes. You can get the Mossberg with the short magazine tube, which holds 5, or you can get it with an 8-round or a 7-rounder. This one comes with a 4 stock, but you can put any length of magazine tube on this gun that you want just by taking this nut off. Breaking them down, I'm going to give that one to the Remington 870. Very easy to break the shotgun down. Not that this one's hard, this one's just easier. Now we're going to get to shooting them some here. We'll shoot the Mossberg first. And this is what I'm saying right here. You have to kind of watch that shell because it will get caught up with you. Go ahead and throw that other one on there. And I'll just shoot across the plates here with this one. This is the 88 here. Okay, that's the 88. Just gonna lay that down. It is clear. Face it over there in a safe direction. We'll take the Remington now. And loading this one at a time isn't very hard either. You just have to not let the lifter push the shell, you know, back out if you let it go. All right, so we got 5 total in this one. That one had 6. I'm actually just going to take this gun and face it over that way. All right, we'll do the same thing here. All right, it does have a little bit more recoil right now just because it doesn't have the pad on it. All right, now I'm going to put some Winchesters in here. Sometimes the Winchesters stick in shotguns. I know, you know, some of the Remingtons do it with quality control kind of down. Mossbergs do it. I've had some extraction issues with that one. But, you know, to each gun, its own. All right, this time I'm going to shoot first. What I'm going to do is take the round out. So we have an empty chamber. What I'm going to do now is just keep the magazine tube loaded up. I'm going to take it right here on this grass, and just say you're kind of abusive with your guns and you lay one down hard and it might drop. Just kind of drop it, you know, a little bit. Okay. Say you're using it for, you know, law enforcement or military use. It might hit the ground, you know, really hard. It might fall from something. You could get hit, drop your gun if you have this. So let's just drop it from about 2 feet this time. Okay. Now we're just going to pick it up, load it, and shoot it. Oh, safety. Alright. That's the 870. Open it up. And this one here. I'm going to load the Mossberg up. Just the magazine tube, as I did on the Remington. We're just going to do the same test with it. Both of these guns are used in law enforcement and military, as well as home defense, bird hunting, you know, any kind of hunting really. And you want your gun to be reliable, even if it gets dropped or banged around just a little bit. So, chamber's empty on this one. We're just going to kind of do the same thing. Drop it from a foot here. Okay. Do it again from up here. All right. Give it a couple drops. All right. Oh. Huh. Looks like we have a problem with the Mossberg. I'll go ahead and show it to you right here. This is the problem. See this hole? That's where the lifter of this shotgun goes in at. Those 2 pins on each side, they go in each side of the receiver. Very big design flaw on the Mossberg. This happens on the 88 and the 500. I've had it happen to both. I've owned 6 total Mossberg and 88s of the 500 model and the 88 model. This happens on both. You have to take the gun apart to get this thing unjammed. It will not, the fore end will get stuck, especially if you don't know it's going to do it. I knew it was going to do it, so I didn't just slam it home. But you have to kind of play with the fore end a little bit. There it goes. Finally got it popped back out. You have to play with that fore end or that thing will seize up on you. So now before I do that, I'll show you again here. I'll show you that it does it every time. Just on a foot here. foot drop. Say you lay your gun down hard in the back of the truck or lay it on the ground. Did it again. It's going to do it every time. I can guarantee you. I've tried it out. If you don't believe me, take your Mossberg, do the same thing with it unloaded. It'll do it every time. All right, we'll go ahead and shoot it. I don't know if you can notice that, but these shells are, them are fairly sticky. This one does stick a little bit with some of the ammo. So, all right. I hope you like the comparison of the two. I hope you learned a little bit about the two different shotguns here. If I had to pick one, pretty much for anything, it's going to be the 870. Just seems to be like a better made gun, more robust. It feels better. Parts availability on both of them are good, but probably a little bit more for the Remington 870. It's been around a little bit longer, and with that problem with the Mossberg, I just can't trust it. Try yours out and see if you can trust it. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching the video. Y'all have a good one.